Dr. Fisher, so good to see you.
Good to see you also. How are you?
I'm good. I'm at home just like you.
Right. You know what? I'm not in the middle of an intersection in Beverly Hills. We're at home.
Exactly. At least you're comfortable, right?
Yeah,
So tell
exactly.
me, we're in week 4 of quarantine. How have you been keeping busy at home?
Well, actually, I started a little bit late, so I'm week 2 of my quarantine, and
Okay.
I'm absolutely loving it. I'm sleeping in, which I never get to do. I'm staying up late watching movies. I've been watching some great movies. I've got a great group of people that are quarantining with me. So I've actually got 3 chefs that are. It was a miracle, right? So I got 3 people, and I'm getting different dinners every night. I feel so bad. I'm cooking dinner for them tomorrow night, but eating a lot of good food. I'm playing a little pickleball, which is a new type of tennis.
Yeah.
And one of my chefs broke her wrist 2 days ago doing that, and I had to take her today to get a cast.
Oh man. Well, you're
Um,
gonna have to do the cooking for her now.
yeah, yeah. So that's why I volunteered tomorrow night. But I've just been having a great time at home. I mean, I realized I have drawers I've never looked in. The same thing everybody else is doing, cleaning out drawers, throwing out trash. These garbage people are just probably overwhelmed.
Oh my gosh, I know. I bet you a lot of the bottles are in the recycle bin for all the,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
exactly. Yeah, there's a
especially
lot of. I'm drinking plenty of wine,
right
so
on.
that's good. What I'm curious is to hear about everybody's protocols for for sanitizing, all their products from the grocery stores and how they're doing that.
I
It's
know.
Yeah, everybody's
And you
got
know
a
what's
routine.
yeah, what's interesting is I just went to the market a couple of days ago, and it's like there's a whole vibe going on, right? You're wearing the mask, obviously.
Right,
I had actually like a bandana, and then I was wearing, the gloves. And
right.
it's so, did you ever watch Walking Dead?
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
Okay, so when they went to the market,
Uh-huh.
right? It almost felt like you shouldn't be there. Like I feel like everyone's looking at each other, going like, "What are you up to?" I don't. It just felt that way. It felt like this weird sci-fi movie. Didn't it feel
Yeah,
that way to you?
yeah, yeah, it does. Yeah, one of my friends went to the market. He was wearing all of his gear that he would wear like in an army. His fatigues and everything else,
Right.
boots. I mean, it really feels like that, like you're going to war.
Yeah, it's really crazy. But I mean, my heart goes out to all the doctors and the first responders and the nurses that are working tirelessly. I'm sure you have friends, we have family and friends that are
That's
also doctors, firefighters.
that's.
What are some of the doctor friends that you have been saying about this situation?
They thought it was not going to be as bad as it really is. They've been very surprised and overwhelmed with it. And the whole community has come together, working on this. And I just read, I'm from Mississippi, and some Mississippi guy found out how to make a ventilator out of a lamp timer and a garden hose and a lampshade or something like that crazy. And they're making 170 of these things. They can get all this
Incredible.
stuff from Lowe's or Home Depot. So I mean, people are coming together, and I think there's a lot that's going to come out of this very, very good. I think people are going to learn to work from home. They're going to learn, how to be a little bit more hygienic and focused on different things. I'm learning a lot, that's for sure.
Yeah. And how about, I know a lot of places are closed for business. How has your business been affected through this?
Well, we're not operating. I'm still doing a lot of consults. So people, it's crazy how many people want plastic surgery, and so they're wanting FaceTimes and Skype consults. And when is this over so I can do surgery? And from all over the place. So, but my staff, I've elected to pay them. So I'm still paying them. But we'll see how long this lasts. I'm hoping it's done by. I'm anticipating June 1. That's what I'm thinking.
I
But,
mean, that's what we're hoping. And then what
yeah.
about school? Do you have a student in your house that is dealing with any kind of homeschooling?
Yes, I've got 2 students in the house. Actually, well, I have 3 students in the house, and they're all doing this off the computer. And they said there's a lot of problems with that, and but they'll learn. Maybe the schoolhouses will close. We'll all be homeschooled from now on. Who knows? But
No. Don't
that's
don't get
right.
me crazy
That's
right
right.
now.
That's right. We need that.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's amazing though. I have to say, a lot of family time is great, and it's sometimes not so great. But we're finding the best parts about it are, the time with the kids, because I would never be home all this time. I would always be at work. So the fact
Yes.
that I can go in the backyard and throw the baseball with my sons, and my wife's making, dinner every single night. So I mean,
Right.
I can't
Right.
really
Right.
complain.
Yeah. Well, one thing's for sure is those kids have a little bit more energy than we do. They're always looking for something to do.
I feel like they're never tired,
Yeah,
and it's just and like I had mentioned before, I feel like they're always hungry. Like I'm like, do you ever stop
yeah,
eating?
uh,
What's going on?
yeah, yeah. And they want to play a game. I've got a 6-year-old here that
Yeah.
just constantly wants to play something. What's your favorite game? I can't even remember last time I played a game.
Yeah, exactly. Well, speaking of games, so sports obviously came to a halt. You're a huge sports fan. I know I've seen all of your memorabilia. Which
Right.
sport are you missing the most?
God, it's oddly enough, I may be missing UFC the most. I mean, and I'm watching that on Instagram. I don't really watch baseball. It's a little boring. I love football. That's not in season yet. Basketball, I don't know. After Kobe, I got kind of depressed. I'm not sure how much of that I'm going to watch for a while. So it's
Yeah,
probably UFC and boxing, and who knows when all that's going to start back.
exactly, exactly. With all
What are
these
you doing? What
precautions they're
are
taking.
you doing? Are you missing sports, or what are you missing the most?
Well, you know what? My son is really, really into basketball. So
Okay.
ironically, 2 weeks before the NBA announced that some players had the coronavirus, I actually went to a game,
Right.
and it was amazing. Went to a Laker game.
Uh-huh.
So who would have thought that in a couple weeks we wouldn't have basketball for
Right.
this long? So I'm glad I got one in.
Right.
But it's surreal. It really is.
Yep. I agree with you.
Yeah. So let me ask you. I'm curious, there's so many people out there who are, and I know it's a superficial thing, but like how am I getting my treatments, my Botox, my this and that, and a lot of people are afraid to go out. So is there anything that you're recommending to people that they can do maybe at home? I know it's not like a perfect fix, but ice packs, or I mean, what could people do to help those wrinkles? I mean, give us something.
You know what? Sit in a closet with no light and no contact with human beings. You won't make any wrinkles. We will ship out some masks to you if you leave your house on your way to the office, so nobody sees all the wrinkles and the
You're kind
lips.
of like,
Yeah, yeah.
I thought you were gonna
I
say
don't
grow
know.
out your bangs, grow out your
Uh,
hair or something.
yeah, grow out your hair. I don't know. I think yeah, it's bad to come from me, but I think sometimes plastic surgery is overdone with too much injectables and too much this, too much that. And I think maybe returning to normalcy will be a nice reset for everybody. Because the worst thing is seeing these people with overblown faces and lips and everything else. And, I think those people are getting saved by this whole thing and maybe reset in the right place. But
I
I
think
don't know.
that's well
It's
put.
always healthy living. Try not to drink too much. No, not too much stress. Not too much sunlight, but get some. Moderation is always the key, and be happy. Find time with your loved one. Kiss them a lot, and I think you'll do well.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like you're aging in reverse. I feel like every time I see you, you look younger and younger. But I know you're active. You're very active with your lifestyle.
Yeah, I'm active. I exercise quite a bit. I'd like to say I sleep enough, but I probably don't. My esthetician, and she's also a chef, just went down with her broken wrist, so I won't be able to
That
get facials from her. I thought I was going to go into the office today and let her work on me, but um,
ain't happening.
I don't know. Eating healthy is probably the best thing. Don't kiss any strange people at the supermarket.
Exactly. Just kind of keep 6 feet, right? 6 feet away.
6 feet.
And
That's
let me
right.
ask you, I'm curious, just because we're talking about plastic surgery, that's what you
Okay.
do. Is there ever a time, and I have a feeling, knowing you, that the answer is yes, but is there a time when you tell people, no, I don't want to do that for you. I
Oh,
don't think you need
constantly.
it, or how does that work?
Absolutely. I say that a lot to people. And, I know now, it doesn't matter if I tell them no, they just go find somebody that tells them, yes, I'll do it. It's an emergency,
Yeah.
but I turn down a lot of people, probably 30, 40% of the people I talk to and see. And I do it on emails. I do it on consults. And, but, they're always wanting to find somebody that has the answer that they're looking for. So at least I'm not involved in that problem.
That's true. That's true. Because I mean, we do see a lot of people just looking puffier and puffier and puffier. And at one point, you're just like, wow, when are you going to stop?
Yeah. Well, their friends won't tell them. They just never tell them. So
Hey, that's how it works, right?
yeah, I guess that's how it works.
Yeah. So
So,
I want to, it's always fun to ask some questions, some random
okay.
questions, just maybe get people to know you a little bit more. So
Okay.
let me ask you, your favorite movie. We all have a lot of time to watch movies right now. What's your favorite one?
Um, God, I like Shawshank Redemption. I like Titanic. I just watched 1917 and thought that was incredible.
Yes,
One of the better movies.
absolutely.
Um, those are three right off the top of my head.
Mhm. So what would we find in your I want to say CD player. That's going to age me. What if I said 8
Oh,
track?
well, you want me to tell you about like VHR, VHS, or what?
Yeah, exactly. What
Well,
kind of device are obsolete now? No, but what are you listening to? What's your music choice these days?
you know what? My entire life, my favorite band's been the Eagles. I just, it's always uplifting and happy and timeless. I like that band. But I listen to current things, I listen to old things. We're in the operating room generally 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
And so we're always listening to music. And I've been kind of smart. I've been traveling around the world quite a bit. And I go in and I ask these DJs that are in Greece or in, Ibiza or wherever, I buy their playlist from them. And so I've just got, weeks and weeks of music that came straight out of those clubs and restaurants. And so I mean I listen to really a lot of stuff.
And I've seen your travel destinations. They're incredible. I think you went to Dubai not too long ago. Where's your favorite place to travel?
Italy. I'm really sad about what's going on there. I had actually two trips planned, one in end of April, May, and one in the end of June, July to Italy. So maybe the second one I'm going to be able to make, but I feel terrible for those people. I mean, they just weren't equipped, and what a beautiful, beautiful place in the world. So Italy's my favorite. And I like a lot of different places. Dubai's okay too, but I think my favorite is probably Italy. St. Bart's is really fun.
And there's so much character there in Italy.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay, so let me ask you this: when you're not working, what do you enjoy doing at home?
I like working out. I've got a really big hill around my house. I run up and down. I like doing that. I love watching movies, watching sports, things like that on TV.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not much of a reader. I read so much in medical school and residency. I just said I'm never reading another book. I want the entertainment to come to me.
That makes sense. Yeah.
But now, it's like just sleeping and just sitting around. But I will tell you, maybe it's the same thing for you. I can't believe how busy I am at home. So much stuff to do.
I understand. I feel like you almost are working more on little things that you never thought you'd be doing.
I am. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. And I'm curious too, if you were not doing what you're doing, if you weren't a plastic surgeon, what do you think you'd be doing?
Well, at first I thought I was going to be a professional baseball player, and I think I had an okay shot at that.
Yeah.
Now I think I'd probably be an inventor of some kind. I don't know. You asked me this week, I'd probably be a stay-at-home dad.
And a chef.
Yeah, learning how to cook.
So wait, so what do you, when you're home cooking, what is your specialty?
Well, my specialty is southern fried, bachelor, greasy, unhealthy food dishes. And I tell, on Instagram, I'm an influencer for any baked goods,
Okay.
products with baked goods, butter products, donuts, cakes, ice cream, anything like that.
It has you all over it?
Yeah, that's me. So
Okay.
my specialty tomorrow night is going to be spaghetti, which I've been cooking since I was probably, in college. And I
Always
do
a good
steaks.
choice.
I make the best chili cheese hot dogs, a can of
Yes.
asparagus with a little Italian dressing and chilled a little bit. I do that pretty well.
Okay. And what goes along with that is a drink. What's your beverage of choice?
I've been the biggest milk drinker. I love milk, but I've slowed down in the years because I know that's not good for me. So it's turned into water and red wine probably.
Water. You kind of alter those back and forth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
And I have to ask, you have a lot of celebrity clients. Who's your favorite one?
Well, I can only talk about the ones that talk about me. The ones that don't talk about me,
Yeah.
one of them is my favorite, or is one of my favorites, but I can't mention his name.
Okay.
But I like all the Jenners and Kardashians. Every one of them are very sweet and nice, and every one of them I've had every positive experience. It's been positive, every one of them.
Yeah.
So
and you've worked with all of them, basically.
yeah, every single one of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're all just good people. I mean, I keep telling people, God, these people have a microscope on them, like the biggest microscope in the world, every day, every moment, and you just don't hear any drama or problems, really. I mean, it's not like a lot of other people out there. So
Right. But aside from them being clients, they're friends of yours too. So it's a little bit of a different kind of relationship.
Yeah, it is. It's different. So that's that.
Awesome. It's so cool just to be lounging. I'm just sitting here talking to Dr. Fisher from the living room, just hanging out.
I'm looking at your beautiful backdrop, and I'm just thinking, I got this thing. Maybe I should open up I don't
Where
know.
are you? Are you in the theater?
No, I'm in my office. Does that look very? I don't. You can't see though.
No. It's just backlit, but it looks like you're in. It looks like you're in front of a stage, like you're gonna perform
Oh,
somewhere.
really? Should I put a American flag back here, or I could put a like a football helmet, or I don't know what I should put back here. Maybe a metal.
I think it's okay. I think it's good. Yeah, this I just threw this up, this backdrop. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, I found a spot for the kids to be during this because they're all home right now. So two
Right.
boys, it's noisy. My wife is luckily with them in a back room, so it's nice and quiet.
Yeah, yeah. It looks beautiful. You look very cozy.
Thank you so much. Well, this has been fun. I'm so glad we had a chance to sit down and chat about things. And it's such a tough time right now for so many people, and it's nice to have a light conversation, just hanging out.
It's a great conversation. Great to see you always. I am going to show you. I've had a couple of these interviews, and I have to hide my chair because everybody says, "When are you going to get a new chair?" You know, this thing is so comfortable. I
Hey,
said never. I love it, but I have to hide those because people think I'm living in a trailer park.
hey, I get it though. It's like that when you have that favorite shirt, you just don't get rid of it.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that's your chair. Well,
That's right.
thank you so much, Dr. Fisher.
Thank you,
Always good to
Marco.
see you.
Always good to see you too.
Thanks so much to all of you for watching. We'll see you next time right here on the couch.